morning, namaste. Thank you so much for joining. This is about a 90-minute practice. Please practice as always according to your conditions and your level of comfort. Remember, the practice is an offering. And so if you try to imagine that all beings are experiencing this through you, this will maybe be a cue to you to practice in a way that delivers the best experience, not going to place of pain or suffering or anxiety, because that's exactly what you'll transmit to others. So on that note, let's begin. Close the eyes and bring the attention within. Begin with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine you're everywhere. Became part of all living beings everywhere. The supreme and divine essence is equally present in all beings. All beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we always have a strong desire for the knowledge that liberates us from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other. Only ever peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. So let's begin with a little bit of Pranayama. Bring the mind into a state of quietness. When we have control over the mind, we have better control over our comportments, and this is important in order to help us to always act in a way that is kind, compassionate, and mindful. Let's start off with spiritual breathing. Bring your arms up, the palms slightly turned out from the fingertips. Inhale down through the arms into the spiritual heart. Imagine you're pulling in the best of the best. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it all. Hold the breath and all that you brought in the spiritual heart, in the center chest, and the right side of the physical heart. Exhale out through the arms. 2, 3, 4. It's just a breath that leaves. Everything that you pulled in stays within. 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale down through the arms. Everything you need. 3, 4. Direct path to God who resides in the spiritual heart. 7, 8. Holding again in the spiritual heart. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale out through the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One last time. Inhale. Attract everything you need down through the arms into the spiritual heart. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding it in the heart as an offering to God who resides there. Exhale out through the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the arms down now. Let's do the main breathing, alternate nostril breathing with breath retention. The rhythm is 3, 12, 6. So we don't have a lot of time, so just teach you the technique so that you have a powerful tool that you can go to whenever you need. It brings the mind into calmness. And when the mind is in a state of calmness, it's less prone to being affected by cravings that ultimately lead to attachments, which ultimately leads to suffering. So when the mind is in a clear and calm mind, mindset is more ability. There's more ability to concentrate, and uninterrupted concentration becomes meditation. And through the meditation, try to merge with the divine within. So left hand in Yana Mudra, the Mudra consciousness on the left knee. Right hand, second, third fingers fold down to the palm. Turn the palm towards you. And then at this point, this is Vishnu Mudra, the palm facing away. When you turn the palm towards you, no longer Vishnu Mudra. Thumb to the right nostril, right ring finger for the left. The count is 3 on the inhale through the active nose. Hold the breath. During the breath retention, engage the throats in a root lock. Exhale out through the less active side, back up through the less active side for the inhale. Hold the breath again, plug both sides of the nose. Exhale out through the active. So begin and end on the active side, which I'll explain in a moment. For the breath retention, apply the throats in a root lock. For the root lock, contract the buttocks, push the belly button into front of the spine. Imagine you lifting the pelvic floor up towards the navel. For the throat lock, ensure that when you inhale, you're lifting the chest so that when it comes down, time for the breath retention, and you bring your chin on the chest, your back stays straight. You try not to hunch your back. The tip of the tongue to loosen up behind the teeth will seal the lock. It is tension at the space in the eyebrows. Now, let's find the active nostril. Plug off the right side with the right ring finger. Right thumb to the right side, right nostril. Send a few puffs of air rapidly to the left side. Do the same thing on with the left side block with the right ring finger. Whichever side feels more open is your active side. If you can't tell the difference, use the left side as your active side. I will demonstrate the left side as my active side. So sit tall and straight. Breathe out completely, empty the lungs. Then close off the left active side. Inhale to the active. 3, hold the breath. Third eye, attention. 2, 3, apply the throat to the root lock. 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out through the less active side. 2, 3, empty the lungs. 4, 5, 6. Inhale through the less active side fully. Raise the chest. Hold the breath for 12. Everything stops, all the mind activity, the body movements, and emotions as though they're frozen. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out through the active side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was one full cycle. Inhale through the active. 3, hold the breath. Chin on the chest. Contract the root muscles. Pull up towards the navel. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out through the less active side. Release the locks. 3. Push all the air out of lungs. 5, 6. Inhale through the less active. 3. Hold. Jala Bandha, Mula Bandha, throat and root lock. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out through the active side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue. Inhale through the active side. Hold for 12. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out through the less active side. 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale through the less active. Hold for 12. If the mind starts to wander, be unconcerned. Just keep bringing your mind back to the pranayama. 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out through the active side. Be like the witness, unaffected, undisturbed, unjudging. Inhale through the active. Hold. It's the effort that's most important, not the results. Keep doing your best. Exhale out through the less active side of your lungs. Inhale through the less active side. Hold. 12. Out through the active for 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. One more. Hold for 12. Try to keep your attention fixed at the space between your eyebrows. See to divine perception. 11, 12. Exhale out through the less active side. 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale through the less active. Hold. Everything stops again. All activity of mind, all mental, physical, and emotional activity is already frozen. Exhale out through the active side. 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring the right hand down now. Yana Mudra. Take a moment to observe the state of the body, mind, and emotions. Again, have no expectation as to what you should or should not observe. Have no attachment to the result. Now fix your mind on the center of the chest and right side of the physical heart, the spiritual heart, the residing place of God. And know that God is equally present in all beings. So now we will do the asana practice. To make the practice even more powerful, renounce all the fruits. Dedicate the practice to God. And when you dedicate to God, since God is equally, again, in all beings, it goes out, the dedication goes out to all beings everywhere. So it's the mind, that when you bury your mind deep in the heart, the body, just watch the body move with even more power, grace, and ease. So let's explore that now through the asanas. Come to standing. Begin with some warm-ups. Prepare the body for the practice. Okay, so starting with the hands on the hips, the idea is to move the joints vigorously so as to warm up the joints. Move the body every day, where Dharmaji says you end up in big trouble. Try to get your ears to the shoulders, the chin to the chest, the back of the head to the top of the back. Go in the other direction now.
Feels though they have a very heavy, can't even stay on the tip of the neck, it just rolls all the way around it continuously. Good. Now, arms start up at top. And so on the inhale, turn to the right, the arms come down. Exhale, the arms come back up, turn to the left. So always down as you go to the right, always left as you go back up. So the arms should be spinning in opposite directions. Arms come up again, so this time, turn to your left, the arms come down, turn to the right, the arms come back up. Don't think too much about it, just try your best. Good, now from here, shake out the wrists, move the fingers very, very rapidly from side to side. Imagine no control of the hands, moving all by themselves. Then up and down like the wings of a hummingbird, so fast you shouldn't even be able to see your fingers. They're going so fast, they're like blurred. Now the arms drop by the sides of the body, continue to shake. The torso, the head flies in all the directions. The arms like heavy ropes hitting the body. And start to slow it down. Bring your arms up over the head. Take hold of the opposite elbows, bend to the left. Go to the right, bounce a few times on each side. Back to the left, try not to make folds in the waist. And go to the right, stretch the whole left side of the body. Back to the left again. Go to the right. Come back to the center. Little circles over the head. Start with small circles, head, neck, and shoulders mostly. At first moving, but then start to make the circles larger. Feel a stretch in the side body. And then if you feel okay to do so, the whole torso now. Spin like a windmill or an airplane propeller. Coming back up, and then go to the other direction now. Start again, little circles at first. Gradually, the circles get larger. The chest and upper back coming into the movement. And then finally, if you feel again, apt to do so, circle the whole trunk. The forearms come right across the tops of the feet. And then coming back up. Release the arms. Good. Next one, tap into your inner child. We're going to make like a lion sneezing. So the eyes roll out in the back of the head, the tongue hangs out of the mouth. It looks like this. Okay, so let's go. Up to the side, you can take your left hand onto the wall if you like. Swing the right leg back and forth. Try to get your knee to the shoulder, your toe to the back of the head. Watch your toes, flex your foot a little bit. And then the other leg. Make the leg look like a pendulum. Swinging without control. And then release. Feet back together, arms by sides of the body. Inhale, start to press into your toes. Lift the heels up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back down. 2, 3. Control the descent so the heels don't hit the ground heavily. 6. Come up. 3, 4, 5, 6. And back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rise up. Push into your toes. Engage your leg muscles and your core muscles. 4, 5, 6. And back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. Up. 3, 4, 6, and back down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring the chin back down onto the chest in a gesture of humbleness. Stay in this humble mindset throughout the practice. Let go of all expectations, let go of all attachments to results. And now let's move to the front of the mat. For Surya Namaskar. Hands to the heart. Imagine that you're doing this under the light and the warmth of the sun. Infuse it all. Imagine it as the wisdom and the love of God. And share it with all beings. Raise your arms up over the head, arch back. Fold the body down. Bend your knees if you need to. Bring your hands flat on the ground. The right foot goes back. Lower down the knee, drop down to the seat. Come into the high plank. Lower the knees down. The seat goes all the way back behind your heels. Glide between your arms, but your nose grounds you coming forward. Into the cobra, take your head back. Again, take the seat back 2 more times. Come forward. Make it so you're trying to pull the floor towards you. Roll the shoulders down, telescope your neck out of the shoulders so you can move your head back. Again, take the seat back, behind the heels, come forward. Make like a snake creeping through the grass, and then uncoil and majestically. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the seat, allow the head to come down, if you can, below the arms. And then the right foot steps forward to the hands. If that's a difficult transition, lower the back knee down. You can use your right hand also to move your foot forward as much as you need to. Feet together, chest on the thighs, head down. Come right up to stand, reach up and back, and then back home, hands to the heart. Go up and back, don't worry about the breath. Move the body in a way that allows the breath to remain steady and even. And then the breath will deliver more power and ease to the movements. Into the high plank. Down with the knees, and the seat goes back. Come forward. Try to imitate the form on all levels. Copy them physically, mentally, and spiritually. Take the seats back. 3 times faster, those can do that. Roll the shoulders back, bring the head back. Try to merge at the form. Take the seat back, see God and all the beings. Come forward again. Good, chest forward, the head all the way back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the seat, the head goes down, soften the line of the back. If you're flexible, touch the forehead to the ground. And then the left foot comes forward to the hands. Feet together, Uttanasana, bow to the legs. Come right up to standing, reach up and back. And then always come back to the source of divine love at the heart. Go up and back, inject love and devotion in all that you do, on and off the mat. Uttanasana, the right foot back. Into the plank, move with purpose, move with mindfulness, move with grace. Knees, chest, forehead down. Come forward and through between your arms. This time lift your hips and knees away from the ground if you can. Push into the ground. Upward facing dog. Stay for a moment. Bend the toes under. Try to get your hips more forward, the shoulders back. Look like a dog howling at the move. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the feet. Try not to bend the arms. Curve your back. Try to get your belly to your thighs, the chest to the ground. If you're flexible, the forehead, maybe the nose, maybe the chin come down at some point. Look like a dog stretching its back. Now the right foot comes forward to the hands. Move the shoulders over the fingertips so the foot doesn't land a big thump. Feet together, Uttanasana. Right up to standing. And then back home, hands to the heart. Keep going. Raise your arms up. And pull the body down. Every movement, every posture has its particular consciousness. Tap into it. Left foot back. Surrendering to divine service. Into high plank, knees, chest, forehead down. A gesture of humbleness with the eyes downcast, the head down. Right into upward facing dog. Open yourself up to divine grace. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Express the loyalty of the dog to its master. Good. And then left foot forward. Be loyal to all that you serve through the practice. Essentially all beings. Feet together, Uttanasana. Come right up to standing. And then back home. Go up and back. And then fall forward. Fold the body in half. A gesture of humility. Right foot back. Into the plank. Ashtanga Namaskara, knees, chest, forehead down, pull the elbows to the sides, 5, turn the fingers out, come right through into upward facing dog. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot forward. With constant practice, anger, determination, adherence to ethical rules, everything is possible. Raise your arms up over the head. And come back home. You make rapid progress. Raise your arms up. Fold forward. Get that a strong desire for liberation from pain and suffering. For all the knowledge that liberates us from the pain and suffering. Left foot back into the high plank. Go down. Right through now. And back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot steps quietly forward. Feet together. Remember the practice is an offering, so you try to make it the most beautiful as possible. Reach up and back. And come back home. Let's add on. Reach up and back. As you come forward, bend your knees, your belly on your thighs. Push your body into your legs. Try to get your seat over your heels. And then the right foot back. Back knee down, Kapiyasana. Reach up and back. Stretch the arms back. Try to curve your spine. And you come right back down into high plank. Perhaps this time you can do same entry, Ashtanga Namaskara, or come down Chaturanga, hovering just above the ground. In a straight line from your heels all the way to the top of the head. Hover just above the ground here. Now push into your hands, right through to upward facing dog. Do, of course, according to your strength and your abilities. Watch your joints. Adho Mukha Svanasana. The right leg up, step the foot between the hands. Back knee down, reach up and back. There's many different ways to do the sun salutations. Explore them. Circle your arms behind the back, join together, push the body into your legs, head down. Come right to stand, reach up and back. And then come back home. Vary those entries into upward facing dog so you don't strain the joints too much. Belly on your thighs, push your body back. Try to get your chest over the knees. The hands come over your shoulders. Left foot goes back. Kapiyasana, reach up and back. Open up in every sense. Physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. Into high plank. Again, entry of your choice, maybe Chaturanga. Then through to upward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left leg up. And step the foot between the hands. Lower the seat right towards front heel. Reach up and back. Radiate your leg from within like the crescent moon. And then come forward. Belly on your thighs. Swing your hands behind the back. And then Uttanasana. Face to the shins if your legs are perfectly straight. Come right up to standing. Reach up and back. And then come back home. Again, reach up and back. Come forward and down. Adjust your lowliness. Try to get your chest below the knees. Right foot back. Back knee down. Kapiyasana. Stretch from the toes all the way up to the fingertips. Come right down into high plank. Entry of your choice. You can even bring your seat all the way back. So you can pull yourself right through without touching your legs to the ground. Push your elbows into side spine, push with your toes and the hands. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right leg up, and then the foot comes between the hands. Back knee down, save the seat, reach back. And then swing your hands behind the back, hold the breath. So you bring the left foot forward to meet the right, softly, with control. And then Hasta Uttanasana. Come back home. One more. Reach up. Fold the body down. Bend your knees. Push your body into your legs. Send your chest below the knees. Head close to your feet. Left foot back. Move like a shapeshifter with grace, with ease. Into high plank. Connect the movement seamlessly like you're doing a divine dance of devotion. Your entry of your choice into upward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left leg up and step the foot between the hands. Right back down and up with the arms. Reach back. Try to get your index fingers over the toes. And come forward again. Feet together. Uttanasana. Bow to the legs. Come right up. And then come back home. Take a deep breath here from the heart. Inhale the left and heart up to the crown. Hold the breath. Imagine your love going out to all beings everywhere. Just like the sun that shines down on everything equally. Exhale back down to the heart. Remain established in unconditional divine love towards all. And release. So, let's continue with some balance sequences. If you can't do the whole sequence, then just stop when you need to. And don't worry about the results again. Just do your best. Let's stand with the left foot anchored down. Right foot first. Taking hold of the inside of the heel, the thumb behind the heel. If you're having trouble bouncing, stand with your back against the wall or bring your left fingertips on the wall. So you want to have your toes and fingers on the same line. Maybe it's about the height of the shoulders. More flexible, take your foot up higher. If you can, lean back a little bit, look up. Exude the poise and the grace of the dancer. Picture in the mind and try to realize it with your body. Whatever happens, just dance with it. But now from here, we're going to try to let go of the foot. Do it slowly. Try not to allow the foot to drop. So hold the breath, engage your leg muscles. Let go of the foot. Now, keep lowering the foot. Try not to touch the ground. Right into gliding eagle. Bend your left knee. Land your belly on your thigh. Swoop down like a great eagle. Plunging down from a great height at great speed. Now see if you can arch your back a little bit. Push your shoulders back. Try to get your foot higher than the hip, your head about the height of the knee. Now we're going to come right back into ballet pose. If you can, hold the breath, take hold of the heel, and right back up. Good. And then break the pose. Come back down. Try it on the other side now. Move right onto the other foot, anchor the right foot down, take hold of the left heel, and again take the toes and the fingers on the same line if you can. Lean a little bit to the right if you have your leg up higher. Good. Wherever you are is perfect if you're trying your best. And now, let go of the foot. Remember, do it slowly. Engage your leg muscles so that the foot doesn't fall. And now, lean to the right. Bring the left foot down and back. If you can, without touching your foot to the ground. Dive down. Imagine an eagle soaring through the air. Copy that image that you see. Push into your right foot, come back up, hold the breath. Sometimes that helps with balance because you engage all the muscles that you need. Right up into ballet pose again. And then release. Come back down. Charge the body. Turn the palms forward from the base of the spine. Inhale, the best. Imagine coming right into the body, right up the spine to the crown. Exhale, send it everywhere throughout. Be infused by the best, send it out to all beings. Everything's meant to be shared. So let's come to the back of the mat now. Left foot forward, left hand down. Come onto the fingertips and raise the right leg up. If you can't open up your body too much, maybe come up higher. Bring your hands on a block or come onto your knee even. You can do it from here. Find a variation or modification that suits your abilities. Good. Remember, it's the intention of offering that's most important and the effort, not the results. Bring the right hand down. Roll the right hip down so that and bring your leg down depending on the height. So try to get your head, your hip, and your toes on the same line. Turn your body to your left, the left now. You can keep your hand on the seat, or if you can, if your shoulder allows you to, bring the left arm up. Try to turn your chest all the way to the left. Now bring the left hand back down. Those who are flexible, bring the right leg all the way up. Bend your left knee if you need to bring your belly against your thigh. Your left hand comes to your foot, index finger on the outside of the heel. If you have tight hamstrings, you can really bend the right knee if you need to. Then move the right hand in closer and closer. Try to get your right hand
almost right beside your foot. If you can, take your hand right up off the ground onto the foot as well. Index finger on the inside of the heel. Gaze beyond the toes. Now bring your hands down, though this one is an option if you like. Bend your knee if you like. Push the base of the toes, and now lift the left heel up off the ground. Push and reach your toes. Push firmly into the ground like you're trying to push the floor away. You keep doing that. If you like, you can see if you can come right up off your left foot. Lift up through the left hip, and do a few jumps. If you bend your legs, you might be able to find a balance a little bit more easily. And then back down, right foot comes back down, and roll your way up. Keep your head heavy as you come up. Now try it on the other side. I'm just going to turn the other way so that you can see me better. The right foot forward, the right fingertips down, left leg comes up. Then the left arm. Point the toes, keep the fingers together. Make the pose look as beautiful as possible. Now bring the left hand back down. Turn your left hip down. Try to get your head and your leg in the same line like you're lying on a table. Turn to the right. Your left hand underneath your left shoulder to the inside of the right foot. And if you can, raise your right arm up. Again, be careful of your joints. No forcing, no straining, no going to a place of pain or suffering. And then come back down. See if you can bring your left leg up higher, or bend your knee if you need to. And then from here, try to get your body right onto your side. Bend your right knee so your belly can stay to the side. The right hand comes to the foot. Index finger on the outside of the heel. Good. And so, see if you can move your left hand in a little bit closer and closer. Maybe coming off all but just one finger. Maybe even take your hand on the foot. Gaze beyond the toes. Make sure the inside edge of the foot is down. And then bring the hands back down. From here, again, if you like, bend your left leg. It's a little bit easier when you're compact to get more lift. Or you can just keep your toes on the ground, just lift your heel. Push into the ground. Every time you jump up, if your foot goes back, try to bring your foot in closer so that you don't have to jump as much. The more you have to jump, the further away, the more you have to jump, and you either might send yourself right over your back, or you lose your energy. Be efficient. Good. And then come back down. And then roll your way up. Keep your head heavy as you come up. Good. Again, charge the body. Turn the palms forward. Inhale, bless right up through the spine to the crown. Exhale, send it everywhere. Everything always meant to be shared. One more, Natavajasana. I'm going to start off with Eagle though. Stand with your left foot, bring the right leg up as high as you can, and then turn to your left foot, point your toes. You might be able to hook your foot more easily. If it doesn't hook, just keep it there. Otherwise, wrap your left arm over the right. Take your elbows out in front of the shoulders. Try to keep your shoulders in the same line as your hips. Come down a little bit lower. Look like an eagle. Just contemplate where to fly next. Merge as a form. Become what you see in your imagination. The eagle. Now coming back. Let's do angel actually first. Open up your arms like the wings of an angel. Be like the messenger of God, always ready to serve. Take your chest forward, your head back. If you're having trouble bouncing, keep your right toes on the ground. Now from here, bring the right knee up. Take hold of the ankle. Depending on your abilities, you might stay here. If you can, bend, lean forward. Bend your left knee, push your foot away, and then once your foot is far away as possible, extend the left leg again, or straighten the left leg. If you have more flexibility, take your left hand to your foot, and try to get your foot at the height of the head, chest forward.
release. Come back down. Try it on the other side now. Stand on the right foot. Bring the left knee up as high as you can so that when it goes around to wrap, it's a little bit more easy. The leg comes a little higher in the thigh. Point the toes. Turn to the right. Maybe the foot hooks. If it doesn't, be unconcerned. Whoops. Okay, so from here, right arm over the left. Shoulders and elbows in the same line roughly. Come down. Press into the right foot. And then the left foot goes back. The arms come about the height of the shoulders. Chest forward, get a sense of body flight. Then bring the head back. Look up, as I always say, I'm yours. Grant me higher devotion. I'm yours to serve. Just like the angel of God. Now from here, bring the left knee forward. Take hold of the ankle and pull it back behind your seat. Right arm up. And turn it so you can see. And then lean forward, bend your right knee, push your foot away, and then straighten up the right leg again. And you can stay in this form or take your right hand back, take your foot close to your seat first, and then push it back out. With the practice, you learn all sorts of tricks to move into the poses with more ease. And break the pose. Bring the left foot back down. Turn the palms forward. Inhale again. Imagine all lights of different colors coming right into the body, right up to the crown. Exhale, send it everywhere. Lighting up and radiate your light from within. So now turn to alongside of the mat, getting ready for some other poses, some sequences. Fingertips in line with your elbows, step or jump your feet apart, go to your left. Virabhadrasana. Try get, if you're more flexible, the knee over the toes, your back knee very close to the ground. Come forward a little bit with a sense of purpose. Look like the warrior, always ready to serve. They're always steadfast in their duty. Now take your hands behind the back, humble warrior. Pull the hands down, allow the head to go back, and then go to the right a little bit. Push your left hip back a little bit, make sure the outside edge of the right foot is down. And then you might be able to go down a little bit further, maybe the forehead comes right to the ground. If this is too much, you can lower the right knee down. Make sure it's underneath your hip. You can do it from here. Again, wherever you are is perfect if you're trying your best. Embody the humbleness of the warrior, always ready to render service. They put their people before themselves. Now from here, bring your hands down on the ground, lower the back knee, flatten out your toes. You can keep your hands on the knee and lean back away from the leg. Push your lower back up and in first, and then go back. Other levels, take hold of your opposite elbows, push your head back in your arms, wonderful pose, hands together, Kali Mudra, to embody the fierceness and fearlessness of Kali, embodiment of transformation and rebirth. Again, try to get wiggle your shoulders a little bit, do the famous Dharma wiggle, try to get your arms back behind your ears. Break the pose, coming back down with your hands on the inside of your left foot, move your left foot at the edge of the mat. Rock back and forth, pushing off the roots of your toes, try to get your hips to sink. Good, and then from here, push back to the right foot one more time, lower the knee, flatten out your toes, roll to the right. If your hips are low enough, fall on your right forearm. Then go back to your left. Try to get both sides of your hips down equally. Telescope your hand, chest forward. The more you lengthen, the more the body will come down. So make sure the knee's not falling away from your shoulders. So it should not look like, try not to do this, nor this. Keep your shin vertical. This is why we move the foot out a little bit away from the body so that the knee can stay on top of your heel. If you're flexible, you can come right down. Your hips are down, maybe the pelvis, the belly, and the chest follow more easily. If you're all the way down, you take your arms out to the side, or left arm goes over your foot,
underneath your leg from outside and over your back. Join your hands together. Be still like a lizard now. Merge as a form. Now come back onto the hands. From here, push your seats back. Lift the lift the toes, bow to your leg. Ardha Hanumanasana, your hip is in line to your knee. Sink your belly onto your thigh. Imagine trying to get your chest below the knee or beyond the knee. If this is very easy for you, you can go right into Hanumanasana. This right here. Sometimes it helps to slide your foot right up off the mat. Hips forward, bend the toes under. Again, be mindful how you do this. Don't go too fast or too hard. Bounce. Each bounce, maybe see if you can go a little bit closer to the ground. If you're all the way down, you can take whatever variation you know. Lift across the wrists and bring your arms up. And embody all the qualities of Hanuman, the courage, the devotion, the faith. Anything is possible. No other variations here. You can go ahead. Some of you might be able to take your swan, take your right foot up, bring the crook of the arm, fingers close to your ear. Then your left hand goes, you can either bring it in front, lock your fingers, and then lift your wrist, bring your arm to the other side, or just bring your hand behind your head left from the left, and then push your foot away. Break the pose. Do a little bit of twist first. Perhaps bring your left hand behind you. On the seats, the right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Inhale, push the lower back up and in. Stretch. Turn to the left. Come back. Slide your left foot in. Underneath the knee. Then the toes under. Right arm up. Parivita Paschimottanasana. Do it this way actually. Bend. Turn the toe and knee towards the right. Anchor leg in place with your left hand. Try to get your arm all the way down on the outside. The armpit staying on the outside of the knee. Left hand pushes into your right and push very hard. Left hand into the right. At the same time as your hands are moving down, the belly comes higher. Center of the chest comes behind your thumbs. Left shoulder moves back. Turn your face and chest up. So you try to get your belly higher than the thigh. And then so the center of the chest comes closer to your thumbs. So not like this, with your hands by the shoulders and trap behind your leg. Try to push down with the hands, the chest comes up. If you know bind, go ahead. Push your seats back. Use your left hand to guide your arm underneath. So push your seats back and then try to bring your arm diagonally across the front. Left arm then goes over your back. Lock your fingers or hold your hands together. And then pull on the wrist. Left shoulder goes back. Again, with constant practice, it all comes. And even if you don't achieve it in this lifetime, you will pick up where you left off in the next, but go as far as you can on this one. Break the pose, coming back to the center. Let's pause here for Pasamita Padottanasana. Take hold of your ankles or step on your fingers with your feet. Extend head forward and pull your body right in between your legs. Try to get your head down between your feet. Lift the shoulders up. You can stay here, or you can come into any kind of arm balance or inversion. So if you want, you can just bring your hands, your fingertips a little bit behind your heels, your head. Make sure your hands are not beside your head. They should be a little bit behind, in front where you can see. If you can straddle your legs right up, go ahead. If you can't do it from there, you can bring your feet back behind your wrists. Just underneath your knees against your elbows, and so you can pull your toes away from the ground. Other options, come onto your forearms. Elbows in front of your, in line with your shoulders, and so you can come up. Or hands down. Wherever you like, go ahead. Come back down with control. Engage your core as you come closer so that your feet land roughly in the same place as they started. And come all the way back up. Easy to prasana. Walk your feet in a little bit, about 2 feet apart, toes pointing out, hands on the seat. Push into your seat, bend your knees like you're riding on a horse, and pull down on the seat. Allow the head to lift, then go back, the chest to lift. You can stay here with your hands on your seat or move them down one at a time underneath your lower on the legs, underneath your knees, or if you're more flexible, keep going. Hands come right down. Maybe some of you can step on your fingers with your heels. Wherever you are, push your hips forward, roll the thighs outwards, roll the shins inwards. Make your way back up. Slowly walk your hands back up your legs. If your hands are lower than your seat, come back up. So from here, go to the right now. If you need to turn around 180 degrees to look at to see the screen, go ahead. Look over the front hand. Again, be strong and mighty like the warrior. All the qualities are already within. You just have to turn them on. Now join your hands behind the back. Pull the hands down. Lift the chest. Allow the head to go back. Humble warrior. Push the right hip back without raising it if you can, so you can get your left outer edge of the foot down. Go to your left a little bit so you can get your head down right beside your foot. Make the modification as you need to. Lower the left knee down if you like. Break the pose. The hands come down on the inside of the foot, and then your left knee comes down. Sink your seat all the way forward. Options to take your hand on your knee and stay there. Push your lower back up and in. Allow the head to fall back. Drop your shoulders, chest wide open. Or take on your opposite elbows. Pull the head back and your arms like you're lying on a beach. Or bring your hands together. Kapiyasana. Radiate your light from within. Reach back. Make some effort. When you see progress, you stay enthusiastic, and then you keep on going that the sense. Otherwise, you lose your enthusiasm and then you fall off the wagon. And then break the pose. Lizard. The hands to the inside of the right foot. The right foot moves out to the edge of the mat. Rock back and forth. Push one more time to the left foot. Lower the knee down. Flatten up the toes. If your hips are too high from the ground, you can stay in the hands. Just keep tossing your head and chest forward. If you can, and your hips are low enough, fall onto your left forearm. Roll back to the right. Try again to get both sides, your hips down equally, and then start to telescope your head out of the chest, further forward, the trunk out of the hips. Then your body comes down. And then take your variations if you know any. Arms up to the side, or from the outside over the right foot, underneath the knee, join your hands over your back. Try to imagine where the form is at ease, and you too, if you put yourself in that mindset, you may find the ease as well. Any chance you get, meditate in a form, merge with the form. Now come back onto the hands. Push your hips back in line with your hip. Your knee in line with your hip. Lift the right toes up off the ground and bow to the leg. So you can more flexible, get your forearms on the ground. Keep on trying to move your chest beyond your knee. The top of the head almost touching your foot. You can stay here, or if this is easy for you, bring your hips forward, bend the toes under the back foot, and start to slide the right foot forward. So then move your hands back alongside your hips so your body's more upright. And then pulse, or if you're all the way down, you can take your variations. Reach up and back. Some of you like to fold forward. You can do this. Or you can do the swan again. You have to
Bring the foot up, lean towards the foot. Try and get your crook the arm close to your body, your fingers close to your ear, pointing straight up. And the right hand can come beside your right side of the head. Lock your fingers and push your foot back. Abduct the heart. Look up. Every pose, expression of devotion. Offer every pose. Then break the pose. Bring the left foot back down. Turn forward. From here, slide the right foot in. Bend the toes under. Come upright. Your legs should look at the box now. Left arm goes up. Go to the right. Try to get your arm again on the outside of the knee. Your elbow close to your shin. So when you push your feet back, there's more space for the arm to go underneath. But if you're still obstructed, see if you can lift your back knee up off the ground first. You have more space, but you have to try to keep the balance as well. So you have to bend, really push to the base of the toes, and push out to the heel to keep your balance. Otherwise, keep your hands in Anjali Mudra. Your right left knee can stay on the ground as well. But always try to make progress. Keep trying something new every day. Break the pose. Now from here, we're going to come back, facing long into the mat. One more chance to do any type of inversion, which also includes staying here with your head on the ground. If you want, you can take hold of your hands, take other variations. You can see you can take your hands all the way from your head, or take hold of your opposite elbows, or reverse prayer. So start off with Pranayama Padottanasana, your body centered between your legs. And then from here, you can stay, or you can do any variation of an inversion. Headstand, forearm stance, maybe even handstand. You can press into your hands and try to come up. Keep trying. If you need a wall, if you can also come away and then just come onto with the feet foot at the base of the chair or at the wall. Make sure your elbows are in line with your shoulders. You can take away opposite arms easily. Then take your hands in front. Those who are doing a headstand or an inversion, you're already there. You can close your eyes, setting your mind on the space between your eyebrows. Come into quietness. So hold the pose a little bit longer. So from here, interlace your fingers, open the palms, bring your forehead on the ground. So the head rests in your hands like a helmet. Your hands are like a helmet. Bring one foot on the seat of the chair or the top of the chair, the top of the back of the chair, or on the wall. Preferably if you're in a wall, your foot, place it at the height of the hip. So look at the wall and place your heel where the height of your hip is. The other leg goes back behind you. You should be close enough to the wall so that when your foot's on the wall, your leg is still bent. And then you'll be able to pull your toes away from it more easily, eventually right up off the wall. Same with your chair. Make sure you're not too far. If you're reaching, then you'll be always reaching for the wall. So it's hard to lose your dependency from the wall. So make sure you're close enough so that you can pull your foot away and push with the foot behind you. Good. Now, make ready to come down. So wherever you are, come back into your Pranayama Padottanasana, your wide angle. Your hands between your feet. Come all the way up. Easy Chakrasana again. Turn sideways, you can see. Hands on the seat. Bend your knees again. Push into your seat, pull down, and go back. Once you're in position, with your hands either on the seats or on the backs and knees, or even all the way down,
roll their thighs outwards, roll the shins the other way, inwards, and then see if you can get your hips up a little bit further forward. Try to straighten your legs. Those of you who can look at the ground easily, want to go into Urdhva Dhanurasana, go ahead. Again, know your limitations, know your abilities. To come back, if you're in Urdhva Dhanurasana, come onto fingertips, push your hips forward, right hand or one hand goes to the back of the leg, close to your, just underneath your knee. Keep holding your breath, pushing the back of that leg, and bring your other hand to the other side of the leg. Walk your way back up, push into your seat, pull down, and come back up. Good. Now jump your feet back together. Stand tall in Tadasana, mountain pose, mountain consciousness. Steady, unshakable, unmovable in your devotion to serve. Charge the body, inhale, pass the bass, turn the palms forward, up into the spine, up to the crown. Exhale, send it everywhere. Good. So now, come to the back of the mat. If you can, fall into plank. If you have wrist issues and don't go from here, come onto your knees and make your way into plank. If you have strong wrists, you're okay with it, lean forward your hands, land a little bit in front of your shoulders. Hold your breath and land. So now from here, side plank. Left hand moves a little bit to the right, turn on your feet, go into side plank. You can lower the left knee down, especially if you're trying to sink into your shoulder, your hips are sinking. Bring your left knee down. You can do it from here. Now go to the other side. Come either to the table or back to plank. Go on your right hand now, turn to your left. Hands in a straight line. Foot to the heel to the head, same left straight line as well, as best as you can. And come back to plank. Lower the right knee down, swing your foot out to your left, bring the left knee right in behind the right knee, swing your foot out towards the right, and come back. Sit between your heels. If you can't get both sides of your seat down, you can either sit on a block or just sit with your knees together on your heels. For Sukha Gomukhasana, this is okay too. So, whichever one we're in, bring your right arm up, take hold of the elbow with your left hand and push it all the way up, all the way back. Try to get your hand between your shoulder blades. If this is okay, you can bring your left hand up. If you have the shoulder mobility, you take your hand and join it behind your heart. Lean back, look up, try to get your elbows in the same line. Your elbows should not be out to the side. Try to get it right behind the center of the head. Make sure as you inhale, you're lifting up the lower back. As you exhale, drop your shoulders down. Don't let the rest of the body fall into your hips. Stay tall. Break the pose. From here, if your legs are in Gomukhasana, bring your hands down on either side of the hips. Lift your feet, and you're going to walk to your left. Stay in the same spot. Don't travel. Spin on your feet. Your hands are always in front, walking around to your left until you come back to face forward, and then you bring your seat back down. Your left leg should be on top this time. Okay, so now the left foot arm comes up, the right hand to the elbow, guide your hand down the back. Anchor in place with your head, back of your head, and if you can, if you like, bring the right arm up. Join your hands together. Try and move your elbows in the same line behind your back, center of the back. Drop your shoulders, keep the face soft. If your eyes are popping out of the head, it might be an indication you're going to be forcing, straining. Be mindful again of your joints, of your abilities. And break the pose. Shake out the shoulders. Now from here, we're going to move back. Do another round of Vasisthasana. Come onto your hands again.
Good. Now this time, if you want, you can do variation. So go on your left hand first, turn to the right. You can stay at the same pose, of course. Same the fundamental pose, or slide your right toes back as you turn on your left foot. Bring your left foot in closer and push your hip all the way up. Try to lock your left leg in place. Your knee is almost over your toes. And then for more ability, you take your right foot up off the ground. Bring your knee right into your chest. You can take your knee more easily. Side hand up to the foot. If you're more flexible, take hold of the foot. Or you can go into Urdhva Dhanurasana. If your foot's on the ground, you can just spin on your left hand. Eventually your hands and your feet land in the same line, one beside the other. Now come back, spin on your left hand. Keep your hip high, your arm extended as you make back your way into plank. Go to the other side. On your right hand, go to your left. Vasisthasana, stay there, or move. Slide your left foot back, turn on the right foot, move it in a little bit, make sure the inside edge of the foot is down. If you're on the edge of the outer edge of the foot, it's harder to balance. Keep your hip up high, try to take your left foot up off the ground. Take hold of the knee, let your knees close to your body, maybe reach for the foot if you have the flexibility. It might look like dancer pose, ballet pose. Or Urdhva Dhanurasana, just keep spinning on your right hand, you feel the palm, and let you try your hands, land your hands one beside the other, your feet one beside the other as well. And go back, spin on the right hand, keep your hip high, keep your arm extended, come back into downward facing dog. Soften the line of the back, try to get your chest down, your head down. And then from here, jump your feet to the hands. Come into a squat, sort of a squat. Your chair pose actually. Bring your fingers in front. Okay, your shoulders over your hips, lift your heels up. Your legs start to shake, be unaffected, unbothered. Stay with it. Angry determination, steadfast. You're not the body nor the mind or emotions. Just the body feeling the discomfort. Go down slowly. Your seat comes behind your heels. Tuck your chin in. Your seat lands on your ground. Push into your arms. Send your feet behind your head. You can stay in baby plow if you like. Your seat a little bit behind your shoulders. In a more relaxed pose, if you feel you can, try to bring your seat up on your shoulders. It helps to have your arms behind your back, join together, wiggle them back, shift from one side to the other so you can get your hands together behind your back. Your elbows come close together. You can stay here, or bring your hands onto your back next, Shavangasana. One leg comes up at a time. Try to have your toes on the same line as your chin. Now from here, you can do a lotus. We have a lotus, not half lotus, a full lotus. Use your hands to help if you need. Again, according to your abilities. If you're in lotus, try to get your knees higher than the hips. Push with your hands into your knees. If you know that variation, you can do this one as well. Fix your attention on the space between the eyebrows. Go within, beyond the body, beyond the mind and the emotions. These are not you. For if you have a lotus, you do Pindasana, you just bring your lotus down against your body. If you can wrap your arms around the legs, take hold of your hands underneath your seat. You can do that variation embryo pose. Or you can just bring your feet down behind your head again for plow. or the thighs against your body, knees on either side of the head. Now you can feel free to stay here, or if you know the little move that sequence of Dharma does, you can move your knees over to your left. Try to get your knee right beside your shoulder. Push into your arms. Bring your right hand beside your head if you need to. And then roll right up into camel. Hands on the seat or the heels. Allow the head to go back. And you don't stay, you just come right back. Most of the time you are in plow pose, or some variation of your shoulder comes, left shoulder from your left knee. Keep your feet high, come back to plow. And of course you did on one side, so you have to go to the other side. So bring your knees over to the right. Bring your right knee down. So you can get your left knee down. You can continue. Come right up into camel. Into your hands on your heels. Your hips over your knees, your head back. And come right back. Right shoulder from the right knee. Push into your right shoulder, the back of the right side of the head, and come back with your seat over your shoulders, back into plow pose. Now, from here, get ready to come down for fish. Your hands behind your back, your palms down, and then come down. Slowly, with control, try not to come down with a big crash landing. Eventually, may your seat lands on your wrists. Lower your legs down, stop halfway, push into your lower arms, lift your back up off the ground. Push your chest up, the head back. And if you can, bring the top of the head to the ground. If it's too much, keep your legs up, bring your legs all the way down. Breathe very fast now, through the nose, like a sniffing dog. Bring your head down, slide your feet in, and lift your seat up, coming into bridge pose. Again, roll your arms underneath your body so that you can't see them from above. Try to get your chest close to your chin. So if your hips are sagging, your knees, or chances are your knees are going to be over your toes. So just really try to push into the upper arms as much as possible, especially try to get your chest close to the chin. The chest looks like a wall. Your knees should be behind your toes. The back of the knees in line with your heels. Shins straight. You can stay here, or Urdhva Dhanurasana. Move your hands beside your head, a little bit behind, on either side of the head. Push into your fingertips, allow the head to go back. So you're on the top of the head, the feet close to the head, closer to your feet now. Turn your hands around, fingers facing a little bit out and equally spread. If you can, take your head up off the ground. Lift. Go at angry determination. Advanced practitioners, if you know other variations, go ahead. See if you can raise one foot off the ground, maybe the left foot, and then the right, and then maybe the left hand onto your left thigh, and then the right hand on the right thigh. Lift up again, lift the heels, stretch, and then come back down. Come onto your back, breathe in, and breathe out. Let go of all fatigue, imagine you fainted. Now slide your left foot in if you need to. You don't have to, but we're going to go ankle grasp now. Bring the right leg up. To pull the right ankle, pull your knee onto your shoulder. Your leg is bent to start. Then try to push your foot closer to your head. Keep your legs straight if you can. Roll the right hip down. Very flexible. You can extend your left leg back down, flat on the ground. So you might be able to get your foot beside your head, a little bit behind your head. Toes to the ground. Infinity pose. In this pose, your knee is roughly in your armpit. Your leg is beside your body. Now bend your right leg again so that your shin is vertical. Come into happy baby pose. Your heel line the back of the knee.
You can stay there or bring your leg across your chest, your shin. You're holding the foot with your left hand, or you bring the foot into the crook of the arm. Try to get your shin right on top of your chest, close to your collarbone. Now you can stay here, or you can even take your leg behind your head. Sometimes it helps to bring your left knee in. Okay. Come into half happy baby pose. Bring your right knee in front of your knee, the back of the knee. So do it standing. Imagine I'm on my back. So here you push your hand underneath your seat. Your left leg can be in a tuck. Lift your shoulders up off the mat. Lift your head and see if you can get your leg behind your head. Okay, so you can have to wiggle a little bit. Push into the back of the right knee. Try to get your knee close to your ear. And keep wiggling, wiggling. Push your foot back behind your head. Pull to your left, and eventually you might be able to get your head in front of your leg. If you can extend your left leg. Break the pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now the other leg. Slide the right foot in again if you like. Foot flat on the ground, and bring the left knee to the shoulder. Take hold of the ankle and pull on the leg. Try to get your foot closer to the head. Take your attention where you want the release to go. Your attention is like a magnet. It'll attract all the prana there. If you're more flexible again, you can try to bring your foot all the way to the ground, your toes to the ground beside your head. Right leg extended as well. Now come into half happy baby pose. Your shin in line with the heel in line with the back of the knee. You can stay here or fold the leg across your chest, holding the foot in the right hand or bringing the foot in the crook of the arm. Try to get your shin on top of your chest. If you push a little bit the foot towards the right, you might be able to feel more sensation in glutes. And then here, if you want to keep going, half leg behind the head. Bring the right knee right in towards your shoulder. Come into tuck. Bring your left shoulder in front of the leg. So the back of the arm is pressing the back of the knee. So you can peel your shoulders and head up off the ground. Push your foot back. Try to get your knee all the way back behind your shoulder. Pull on the foot towards the right. Bring your shoulders up and your head forward, and maybe your foot will go behind your head and come in front of your leg. Dharmaji says, don't expect to get everything the first time. Have no expectation, just do your best. And then keep trying. No attachment to the result. Break the pose. Relax for a moment. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Now roll up to seated. Come onto your front for Bhujangasana. Bending your back the other way. If you're getting tired, you can stay in Sphinx, or if you have limited back mobility, your elbows underneath your shoulders, pull on the front of the mat, matching your stretching the mat. Anchor down to the hips, the thighs, the tops of the feet. Push your shoulders back. Be stoic and steady like a Sphinx that's stood the test of time. Still there today. You try to push your chest away from your seat, bring it forward. As you can lift your elbows maybe. Curve your back, take your head back. Try and make the back look like the spine look like the letter C. Make sure you don't lose your neck. If your neck is jammed between your shoulders and your ears, you won't be able to move your head back. So drop your shoulders. And if you like, you can start to move your feet closer together like the tail of a snake. Shift to one side to the other. Try to get your hands closer and closer. Then you might lift your hands right in front of your hips. Press into your fingertips. Lift the palms. So now the whole upper body is up off the ground, from the top of the legs up off the ground. Open up your legs. Those are flexible. Bend your knees. Try to get your feet to the head. Imagine holding socks behind your knees. Squeeze the calves towards the backs of the thighs. Pose, come back down. Slowly. Forehead on the stacked hands in front of you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bow pose. Bring your feet up close to your seat and take hold one foot at a time. Bring right forearm in front of the body and lift your left leg. Try to take your ankle, and once you have that ankle firmly held, take your right hand to the right foot. Try to hold the ankles, the lower legs as close to the feet. You can also use a strap if you can't reach your feet, or a wheel, or even to hold your pant legs. So you can get your thighs off the ground by pulling on the legs. Eventually, as you look up, you'll be able to see your toes. Other variations, go ahead. Advanced practitioners, you know the full pose. Go ahead. You have to turn your hands so you bend the toes under the other foot that's not bound. Take your thumb to the base of the toes, your other fingers wrapping around the outside of the foot. Try to get your elbow high on the shoulder so you get your elbow to come forward without any straining the joint, And bring your other look at the same time, the same way. Or you can keep one arm in the regular bow pose, holding the outside of the leg without turning your shoulder. Like this. So if it's too much, take both. You can do this. Break the pose. Rest. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Last time. Come into your pose. Be mindful in the way you move. If it's too much, you don't even have to hold your feet. You can just bend your legs. Bend your feet up towards your seat. Bring your arms up. Imagine you're skydiving. Get your thighs off the ground if you can. Arch your back. Break the pose. Forehead down on the hands. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. And last pose. Before Shavasana. Come to seated position. Bring your legs around. Adho Matsyendrasana. The left leg folds under the right foot on the outside of the left knee. Make sure you're not sitting on your foot. The left heel beside your hip. If it's too much, you bring your left leg forward. If you can't get both sides, your seat down again. Your foot, in this case, is beyond the knee. Right hand behind the back, left arm up. Go to the right. Imagine trying to pull the knee beyond the left edge of the body. Your body's being squeezed by the thigh, your chest is free. Look over the right shoulder. Keep your back straight, try not to lean back. Your head in line with your hip. Come back slowly, go to the other side. Again, do the full pose, Adho Matsyendrasana, or the right leg extends in this case, and then the left foot beyond the knee, somewhere between the knee and the ankle. full Adho Matsyendrasana. If you know the variations here, go ahead. If you know a bind, you can take your left arm underneath your left, right arm underneath your knee, your right knee, your left arm goes behind your back. Join your hands together. Or just take hold of the right heel with your right hand. Push your lower back in and up with your left arm. Tug on the heel. With each inhale, get higher. With each exhale, turn more to the left. Break the pose. Lie on the back for Shavasana. And now just stretch out the legs. Make your way down softly and rest. Surrender all efforts. Let go of all tension. Make yourself ready to receive the best now. Imagine the waves coming onto the sand at the beach. Bringing a big surge of power, a powerful wave onto the sand. On the exhale, when it retracts, it clears the sand underneath, leaves no debris. In the same way, on the inhale, imagine a surge of the best, all the fruits of the practice coming in. On the exhale, imagine it taking away everything that you don't need, everything, any kind of negativity, anything that impedes you from making progress on your path to self-realization. And then you make room for more to come in. Have a strong desire for knowledge, and most specifically, the knowledge that helps you understand the nature of the true self, which is the same as God's, infinite, immutable, stainless. And keep remembering that is equally true of all beings, even down to the lowliest creature, the insects or one-celled animals. Just as equal portion of God in them as in a king or an elephant or a lion. Love them all. A sign that we're approaching self-realization, or we're there, is when we see sameness everywhere, we see God everywhere. Now prepare to come back from Shavasana. Prepare to carry out this intention in your day-to-day lives. Continue to exercise love and compassion in all that you do, all that you say, all that you think. If you keep practicing that, it will become a habit, and everything that you put out there becomes a divine offering of love. We have to continue to offer off the mat as well in our day-to-day lives and all our interactions. So now make your way back up to seated position. Move slowly, move in a way that allows you to stay in this calm mindset. And we'll close the practice with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Instill the peace within, send out to all beings everywhere.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the grace of God. All is within. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. Much love and hope to see you soon.